Welcome back and thank you for being tuned in to Times Now. We're continuing our live coverage from Bihar as the first phase of Bihar elections gets underway. At 7 a.m. the voters started lining up at the voting booths to cast their vote and to decide who is going to govern Bihar for the next 5 years. We have breaking updates now coming in of the overall voter turnout that has come in, and the numbers have been revealed by the Election Commission. The overall voter turnout as of 9 a.m. is 13.13%. So until 9 a.m., in fact, remember, early morning is when the maximum voters come out, or in the evenings. It is usually in the afternoon time that the voting numbers start dipping. As of 9 a.m., overall in Bihar, the voter turnout is 13.13%. The appeal from all political parties to the voters is to go out and cast your vote. Previously in the 2020 elections, it was 48.24% in Patna. Overall in Bihar, it was 54%. And this time around, as of now, as of 9 a.m. is just over 13%. Mr. JVC Sriram, we were speaking about, as you spoke about the youth voters, we just played out the numbers of the voter turnout as well. Generally, it is believed that youth voters want to change, but they don't come out to actually cast their vote and bring about the change that they're looking for. How big a factor is that going to be? Generally, it is believed that while the elderly come out and cast their vote, the youth are lagging behind in terms of numbers as far as voting is concerned. Is that a concern in Bihar? How is that going to be a factor in the polls?
Certainly it is going to be a concern, because the initial reports which I am getting from ground is that they can see a lot.
तो मैं मतदान किया हूं, आगे जलपान भी तो अभी रास्ते में कई जगह प्रचार में, चुनाव प्रचार में जाना, आज 9 जगह कार्यक्रम है, तो इसको देखते हुए अभी फिलहाल तो मैं निकलूंगा और मेरा जलपान भी मुझे लगता नहीं हो पाएगा, फिर दूसरे समय होगा.
My apologies. Please go ahead, Mr. JVC Sriram. We had to cut across to a live reaction coming in as, more and more people come out to cast their vote. You were making a point about how that's a concern.
Yeah, exactly. So, see, because if the youth is not going to turn up the way in which they were expected to turn up, and I think that then it would be a big setback for Mahagathbandhan, and NDA would take a huge advantage.
Okay, all right.
And what
so
I
the
was
youth
trying to
wanting
tell you
a change,
that
are they going to actually bring in that change? Are they going to cast their vote or not? Yes. Because the Prashant Kishore factor as well comes in. You mentioned how he may not win any constituency per se, his party, but it could be the decider in who is going to win from the constituency, because he is going to get a certain chunk of votes, and he's targeting in particular the young voters. He has been saying that he is appealing to the voters now not to really cast their vote on the basis of caste.
Yes, that is also a factor, because let's also understand that Bihar, there is always a space for the third force, or whatever you call. Because if you look at it, around, significant percentage of votes go to the third front. Earlier it was BSP, then it was Jan Adhikar Lok Party. So likewise you have so many things. So Jan Swaraj will play that. So in that from 50 to 60 constituencies where the margin of victory was less than 5,000, I think Jan Swaraj would play a very important role on deciding who should be the winner and who should be the loser. Eventually, it is the votes that they cut, which could have otherwise, if it is an anti-incumbency vote, it could have probably gone to Mahagathbandhan. If it is going to be probably a vote from the, general caste or something of the kind of Bhumiyar, Brahmin, Rajput, it could have gone to NDA. So these are the factors which we need to look into when we are analyzing the exit polls.
Okay, all right. Arunil continues to stay live with us. Arunil, some of the big factors that many are talking about, apart from, of course, the caste factor as we talk about the Bihar elections, is also the youth voters as well as the women voters. And the political parties have also been appealing to them as well. You've been reporting since morning and have been in Bihar for a long time now. What are the patterns that you are seeing? What are the key issues for the people among the youth voters as well as the women voters?
Well, for the youth, the primary issues are about employment as well as the exam paper leaks. They have been speaking about it very vocally as well. Now, yes, many political pundits have been saying that the youth may sway towards a change. But will that actually happen on the ground? That is again a big point of question, because be it PM Modi, be it Home Minister Amit Shah, in fact, all the BJP leaders have been trying to make an outreach to the youth of Bihar, again and again reminding them that there was an alleged Jungle Raj in Bihar 20 years ago. You may not have seen it, but speak to your parents. They will tell you how difficult it was on ground in Bihar. So whether this outreach by the NDA will materialize in the mindset of the youth, that is again a big point of question. Now the Yadav factor is also very significant, Pratibha, because in the recent times the Yadavs were swaying a little towards the NDA as well, primarily towards the JDU. But this Dularchand Yadav murder case from Mokama, whether it will unify the Yadavs to consolidate their vote towards a certain political party, that is the RJD, that is again a big point of question. As well as the Ati Pichda caste is very, very significant. The BJP and the JDU have tried to cash on to the lineage and legacy of Karpuri Thakur. We saw PM Modi, when he landed in Bihar, he went to the residence of Karpuri Thakur, the socialist icon of Bihar, and paid tribute to late Karpuri Thakur. So whether the Ati Pichda caste will vote for the NDA or whether they will vouch for a change, that again will be very significant to watch out for. We'll also speak to these voters who have lined up here. Till now the voting percentage is 13.13. Begusarai clearly leads with an impressive 14.60. As compared to last time, voting percentage will be expected to increase because the Naxal affected areas will be voting until the end time, that is 5 PM. A commendable job from the Election Commission on that front. आप किन किन मुद्दों पे सर वोट करना चाहेंगे?
मैं उन मुद्दों पर वोट करूंगा जो पार्टी आम जनता की जो मूलभूत समस्या है उसको उठाए। मैं किसी के जीतने के लिए और पद के लिए नहीं। यहाँ जब से मैं देख रहा हूँ, मेरा जब से वोटर का अधिकार हुआ है।
सर, आपको लगता है जंगल राज था अभी अच्छा हुआ है कि क्या, आप कैसे देखते हो उसको?
पहले की अपेक्षा तो सही है, पर सही के मतलब ये नहीं है कि जो मेन होना चाहिए, शासक सही है, उनका व्यवस्था गलत है, तो कुव्यवस्था तो फैला हुआ है। प्रशासन के अंडर में ही आता है, कोई भी सीएम पीएम कुछ नहीं कर सकता है। यहाँ करेगा जो उनके अंडर में प्रशासन है।
Well, question on administrative functioning has been raised by...
Okay, all right. So we heard from the voters. Aranil, my apologies. We'll come back to you. So Amita, that was the sense that we picked up from the ground. The voters, of course, continue to come in through the day to cast their vote. At 7 AM is when it started, and at 9 AM, overall in Bihar, the voter turnout is slightly over 13%.
Well, we hope that as the day picks up, the voting figures also goes up as far as when it comes to till about 5 or 6 PM. We're looking at the voting that will continue in several parts of the state of Bihar as the first phase of polling that is underway.